Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and in today's video I'm going to share with you guys my Game Week 5 transfer plans. Now as per usual, we'll have a look at my Game Week 4 scores before we jump into my Game Week 5 transfer plans. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like, please do subscribe as well. And having a look at my Game Week 4 score now, as you guys can see with the huge smile on my face, I'm sitting on a massive green arrow. I got very lucky in Game Week 4 and I'm very pleased with how the season has started for me so far. It's one of the best few starts I've had in a long while. So if you guys want to follow along the journey, please do remember to subscribe as well. But it seems as if a couple of the calls that I've made these first few game weeks have been turning out pretty well. Semenyo that I brought in Game Week 3, granted that in Game Week 3 he didn't really, return as well as he did now in Game Week 4. Against Brighton, he got 1 goal and 1 assist. What's even better news is that it seems as if he is second choice penalty taker after Justin Kluivert, because Kluivert wasn't on the pitch when he took the penalty, and obviously it seems as if he's ahead of Evan Nielsen on the pecking order as well. So that's great for Semenyo in terms of an FPL pick. 13 points from him. Salah just scored a late penalty as well. He honestly was not very involved in the Liverpool attack at all. He actually had a really bad game. But for him to come away with that inevitable last-minute penalty, it's just so typical of Salah that he doesn't do anything and he comes away with the goal. So sometimes it is what it is. And Salah captain comes away with 18 points for me. So I'm happy enough with that. In defense, this is where I think majority of the heavy lifting was also done. Porro with a clean sheet, Van de Ven with a goal and a clean sheet. He had no reason to be where he was when he finished the goal, but he put it away very nicely, almost like a striker's finish. And he does have that knack of, coming away with a goal or two occasionally. So I'm happy enough that it happened in Game Week 4 when I started him against West Ham. And then Joachim Andersen here, defensive contributions points for him again and 2 bonus points, giving him 10 points total. Up front, this is where it's a little bit more disappointing. Ollie Watkins, again, blanks. I think something has to be said about the Aston Villa assets, but it does feel a little bit difficult to sell Ollie Watkins when he does have Sunderland as well as Burnley in the next 3. So for now, no real plans to kind of ship him out, but it's disappointing to just keep getting blanks from him. There's Mateta with 2 points. I just brought Mateta in for this Sunderland game, but obviously 0-0 was the result for that game. It was pretty unexpected. Mateta did have quite a number of big chances in there as well, but coming away with 2 points. I'm happy enough that in Game Week 5 he will face West Ham, so that's another fixture that I will have for him. And as you will see later on in my transfer plans as well, he could be leaving the team very soon. And then for João Pedro, he picks up an assist for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer obviously returned from injury and got subbed on the 60th minute, and he returned a couple of minutes after he came on. So Game Week 4 was a little bit weird in that sense, I guess, where picks that a lot of them were doubts before the game week started came on and then scored, such as Cole Palmer, for example. And Jai, who was a doubt as well, started eventually in the Everton game. A couple of other doubts as well. But yeah, Game Week 4, it is what it is. One more game to go, Fernandes versus Reinders. By the time you're watching this video, that game would have been over. Hopefully, they would have returned by then. If not, my current rank is at 534k. Let's continue to try and push on for an even better rank over the next few game weeks. And as you guys can see on my bench, I have a couple of flags. I have a yellow flag for Murillo, who came off in the 37th minute. But funny thing is, he also picked up enough defensive contributions in that 37 minutes to give him 2 points as well. So he sits on my bench with 3 points, but I have to kind of think about whether I need to deal with him. I'll speak about that later on. Estev, 4 points for him with defensive contributions. And then Ismail Assar, who is currently still red flagged and didn't start in Game Week 4 because of his injury. So there we go for my Game Week 4 wrap up. Let's have a look now at my Game Week 5 team and tinker around a little bit as to the couple of transfers that I'm eyeing up for Game Week 5. So this is my team on the FPL.team transfer planner without any transfers made so far. I have 0.2 million in the bank and I have 1 free transfer. Now the initial plan was to roll my transfer in Game Week 5 and I'm going to try and still stick to that. Reason being, in Game Week 6 I want to make 2 transfers for free, and I'll show you guys my Game Week 6 planned transfers later on. But talking about Murillo here, who is currently the most pressing issue that I will have to deal with if he is going to miss this Burnley game. First things first about Murillo is that he's currently nursing a bit of a knock. He came off against Arsenal in the 37th minute. After the game, Ange Postecoglou basically said that it was just a small knock. He thinks that Murillo will be fine after a bit of rest. Now, regardless of what Ange Postecoglou says, there will be a cup game for Nottingham Forest midweek. We should get a bit of a concrete update as to whether Murillo is fit or not against Swansea. And then if he doesn't feature in that game, there will be one more press conference before game week 5 that we will find out more information as well. So I'm not going to make any moves as of yet. There's no real reason for me to do so. And in the event that he's fit and able to play against Burnley, it's perfect. He comes into my team ahead of Van de Ven, who in fact I could choose to start Van de Ven, maybe ahead of Reinders here, who has Arsenal. It's something I am thinking about, but regardless of, the different variations of players that I go for in terms of my starting 11, I still want to try and roll the transfer in game week 5. Reason being, come to game week 6 now, looking at my team, assume that I just, bench Murillo for demonstration's sake, right? Because I will just field 3 defenders out of Porro, Anderson, Van de Ven, and Murillo. So for demonstration purposes, the 2 transfers that I planned for game week 6 specifically is actually Mateta out when Mateta has Liverpool here, to take him out and go for Haaland because Haaland has Burnley at home, and then remove Salah against Crystal Palace and go for Mohamed Kudus here. It could be Xavi Simons in this position if I feel that he will start against Wolves. But either ways, I'm planning to go for a really cheap midfielder here around the Kudus price range. And this would allow me to firstly have Haaland here. I'll probably captain him in game week 6. Have a decent enough team looking pretty strong. And then come game week 7, the planned transfer is actually João Pedro out when he plays Liverpool for Gyökeres when Gyökeres plays West Ham, and to captain Gyökeres as well. So with these planned transfers, and also not to forget, in game week 8, I plan to wildcard as well, which is why I'm kind of stopping the transfers here at game week 7. So if I go back all the way to game week 5 now, you see that I have these I have a good reason to roll this 1 free transfer, because in game week 6 I want to make those 2 free transfers to sell Salah and get Haaland. In which case, now in game week 5, if let's say Murillo is not fit to play, I still intend to roll the transfer. I probably just play Porro, Anderson, Van de Ven as my 3 defenders, and then I will start Tijani Reinders against Arsenal. Not the worst thing in the world. And yeah, roll with something like this in game week 5. Probably still captain Salah, though I could choose to captain Mateta as well. Probably won't captain Watkins, even though he has Sunderland. But yeah, you get my point. So for game week 5, I'm going to try and still roll the transfer. There's obviously another option for me. I can choose to look for Sarr replacements, but then that obviously kind of hinders my plans later down the line, where I have planned transfers of game week 6 and game week 7. So fingers crossed that we can go according to plan, and ideally I would want to start Murillo ahead of Van de Ven, even though Van de Ven just scored. But this is my ideal formation, and hopefully we get more information on Murillo. If not, this is pretty much going to be how my team in Game Week 5 is going to look like, and plan is to roll the transfer. Let me know what you guys think of my transfer plans going into Game Week 5, 6, and 7, and also my strategy to wildcard in Game Week 8 as well. And drop in the comments below your scores for Game Week 4. Hopefully you guys went on well as well. If not, it's still early on in the season, many more game weeks to go, and also more content for Game Week 5 coming up very, very soon. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like. Please do subscribe as well to follow along my journey, and hopefully I can push on for an even better rank as we go forward into the season. And I will catch you guys in more Game Week 5 content coming very, very soon. Bye-bye.